Hello everyone, welcome back to Tableau tutorials. In this video we are going to talk about how can we create different visualizations in Tableau. So if you see this sheet, this is a new book and this is a new sheet. This book is named as book 2 and this is sheet 1. So let me just rename it as visualization or basically just Viz. Now we have these different fields. The blue ones are called the discrete values or the measure names, and the green ones are called the continuous ones or the measure values. Okay. So what are the different types of visualizations that we can create? Up till now we have created just the bar charts or maybe the column charts, and we have created the tables. So in the previous video we discussed about this show me tab. This is a really important tab in Tableau. It provides you a glimpse of all the visualizations that are by default supported by Tableau, right? So all these visualizations, that means you can create in Tableau, right? Now the thing is, what are the requirements for each of these visualizations? Like if we just take a look at this is a horizontal bar visualization. Over here you will see the information about that. Okay, so I would be hovering my arrow over that particular visualization and you need to take a look at this area. So this is the horizontal bar chart, and for this what we need is, this is the minimum requirement that's been stated. Okay, so 0 or more dimensions, that means we may or may not need any of the discrete values, but we need at least one measure or at least one continuous value, right? So let's just try this. What we can do is just drag one, put here. If we just put it into the rows, then what happens? You see, this has been lit up, this has been lit up, and this has been lit up. All others are grayed out. So this is the histogram. That means whenever you drag any of the fields, then whatever visualizations are possible to be created by that particular field would be lit up automatically by Tableau. The second is the histogram. In case you want to change the visualizations, you can just select that particular value. Okay, now if I just remove that, if you want it in the form of a table, you can just select that and Tableau will automatically make the changes for you. So let me just remove this for a bit. Suppose I have not selected anything. Now what I do is I just select sales, I select subcategory. Now these two things I have selected. Even if I haven't dragged anything, if I just select them, then also these visualizations will be lit up and would tell me that how many visualizations are possible to be created out of these data. And from here I can select the best one which suits my requirements. So I'm going to go with a pie chart, suppose. So I just select on this pie chart and the pie chart has been created. Although we can just change it to the entire view, and this is how it's created. I can add some information like the sales values into the labels, and this is the legend that's present that tells me that what color everything is. The accessories is the dark blue color, the tables are the purple color, and so on. Now if we talk about the pie chart, so what we have here is the values shown, right? Although the sales amount is shown, but what would be a more clearer metric in the terms of the pie chart, and that would be either the angle or the percentage, right? Because that is what pie chart stands for. So how can we just drag that value, or how can we generate that value? Let's just see that. Let's just drag sales once more into the labels. Of course it won't make any difference, but right click over here. There is something known as quick table calculation. You have to go there and select this value, that's percent of total. Now everything changes into percent. That means out of the total sales, 14.3 was the sales done in the chairs subcategory, 7.29 was done in the tables category, and so on. This is the information that is visible to us. And you see, as soon as we created a table calculation, there is a small triangle kind of a symbol being shown over here. Again, if we just drag this table, labels or this sales value into the labels, or if we want, we can just change its position, then we are getting the sales amount and the percentage. Now if we just go to this tooltip option, here is the total things that we are getting. Suppose we don't want all of them. we just want the percentage in the tooltip, and the original amount would be shown over there only. Or what we can do is just undo that, show the original amount there, and the values, that's the sales amount normally. So I can just get it into a black color and a bold. I'm just providing some kind of a formatting options and click on OK. So now what would happen is, let's just remove this from here. Here we are having the percentages. However, if we just get over there, okay, so that won't work. Let me get it into labels, and yeah, now that should work. Let me see. Yeah, that's because we haven't inserted the sum of the sales over here. Click on OK. Now it's working, right? However, if we just remove it, then it would be removed, because that needs to be present over here. Okay, and in case you have removed that, that would be removed from here, so you have to insert it into here. Click on OK, and now it would work. So this is what we are having. This is what we get in the case of the quick table calculations, right? Then we have, let's just talk about other visualizations, right? The pie chart is created. Suppose out of this pie chart you want to create some other visualization, like instead of the pie chart you want to create some other visualization. So what I'm gonna do is duplicate this particular sheet as Viz2, because I don't want to ruin my pie chart. Now if you just go into the show me tab, again it would give you a list of the things that are possible to be created, like the side by side bars chart. You can just select that, and yeah, that's how it's created. Just remove that and you would be good to go. Okay, the sales amount and the different subcategories, right? But sometimes it can get a somewhat messied up, right? Like right now we are getting so many options over here. However, if I just simply just clear this sheet, drag in the subcategory, drag in the sales, right, then I'm getting the same visualization really simply, because without having to add all those things that were previously present there, since Tableau creates that for us. So if you want a little bit more automation, you can always go for it. There's no harm. Now we have been discussing about, you see, this was the things that we already had. So we were discussing about something called as, first of all, let me rename it, the sum of the profit or the sum of the sales that we were always been mentioning while it was the creation of the calculated field or something. So let's just understand what it is and why is it important. So let me just get the Viz4. Here we have the subcategory and the sales. That's my favorite. Okay, change it to entire view. Instead of automatic, let's just go for a circle. So this is showing me that suppose the subcategory is accessories, this is the total sales that I'm getting. However, let me just, instead of the subcategory, bring in the category for a far more better view like this. Okay, now what happens is, if you just go to this if you go to this analysis tab, there is something called as aggregate measures, right? If I uncheck that, so these are the different amount of circles that we are getting. Like what it tells us that what are the individual values that were sold. Like one sales in the technology category was made of this amount, other was made of this amount, other was made of this amount. So these are all these things, all these individual values that are present. What Tableau does, it automatically aggregates them in a common measure, like the sum for the sales, sum for the profit, etc. That's why if you see, sales only is written in this pill right now, but if you go to the analysis and click on aggregate measures, every time the sum of the sales is written. That is the default metric, and that's the most accurate one actually. Okay, why is it most accurate one? Let me just remove the sales, and we have this orders count. So if we just bring it here, it is the CNT. That's another metric. That's the count of the orders. That means how many orders in the furniture, how many orders in this office supplies, and how many orders in the technology category. So Tableau automatically selects the best aggregate measure for the field or for the value and applies it. So that is it for this video, in which we took a look at a really interesting things That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.